Video. As promised, we're doing the video here, showing the cards that I got at the card show today. Didn't get a ton of stuff. I was very surprised how packed it was in there. You could see by the photo there, that was actually probably after it died off a little bit. I mean, there was every table you went to, there was just multiple people there, and it was just very tough to even look at anything. And I did get there like right when they started, but people got set up and people got there early, and you know, but towards the end it did die off some, and I was able to kind of go back to some tables and check some stuff out and stuff like that. So we got G-Raff in the house. If you guys in the chat, let me know. So just gonna go over kind of what I bought, why I bought it, and what I paid for it and all that kind of stuff. So let's start here. This was my first purchase. This was one of the first tables when I walked in the door. This guy had some vintage stuff, and I spotted this Louis Dampier. He's in the Hall of Fame. I have this in a PSA 7. I picked it up for like $44, and I seen this 8, and I seen an opportunity to just kind of upgrade my 7 to an 8. He had $60 on it. I was thinking I could get him down. I kind of was feeling him out. Tried to get it for 50, but he said 55 was his lowest, and that's honestly under market value. The last two 8s sold on eBay for $77, and that's not including shipping. So I would have been looking at $80 if I bought it on eBay, and I got it for 55. So I got about $25 under value. So I felt that was a great deal. I felt his prices were more based on, I don't know, lower market value, or like maybe like months ago. Maybe some of these cards he's had them for a while and he just had them priced out, and he just kind of like keeps them at that price until somebody buys it. And I think this might be a guy that like nobody's really looking to buy, you know. I know I like pointed out, I'm like, oh, can I get that Louis Dampier, you know? And the guy next to me was probably like, what the heck is that, you know? But Hall of Famer, and it's going in the PC. So that was the first card. The same guy, Mad Sweeper, what's going on? The same guy had a Willie Mays 73 tops. I thought the price seemed kind of low, so I did a quick price check on it. Big shout out to the Sports Card Investor app. If you guys don't have that yet, I highly recommend it. I was able to pull that up on my phone and look these cards up very fast. You just type in Willie Mays, for instance, and you can type in, you know, the year 1973. The card pops up. You hit up on it. You can check the PSA 8 price, 7 price, so on. You can see which cards are currently available, like what the current market price is, what the ones have sold for, so on and so forth. It's just a very helpful tool instead of having to actually go on eBay. So the Willie Mays is currently going for $125 to $150, and the cheapest option right now is $275 on this card. And then on the Dave Winfield, this is going into my PC. Hall of Famer, PSA 7, rookie card. It's a nice card. I spotted that. I was like, I gotta have that as well. This is going for about $160. So really good deal. I got about at least $300 in value here, and he, like I said, he did 55 on this, and these were 180, but he went down to 165. So pretty much doubled up on these. I'm gonna hold on to the Maze for a little while. Maybe I list it for a crazy price now, but I think he might be one of the next guys to pass away. You know, not kind of hoping that he's gonna pass away or anything, but you know, Hank Aaron just passed away. All these guys are getting old. There's not a lot of them around still from this era that are like iconic, like Willie Mays. So just like with Hank Aaron when he passed away, his cards all shot up in price. I think the same thing will happen here. This is the last Willie Mays card, the 1973 tops. He was a Giant, but he played for the Mets for 2 years, 72 and 73. I like the later year cards because you get to see all the stats. Like these old tops cards are really cool because you can see all the stats that they had. Like he had raked up over 650 home runs for the career, 1878 RBIs, over 300 batting average on average. Really good career. He was right up in line there with Mickey Mantle, and super awesome card. So like I said, PC, hold it for a little while. The price is, I got it for such a good deal. Let's see the next card. I got a Mewtwo. I actually got this towards the end. There was a guy with some Pokemon cards there, and he had a bunch of Charizards, and I picked the stack up and was going through them, and I seen this Mewtwo. I have the whole set of these cards. I know what they're all pretty much going for. Um, and I know this card's going up there in price because it's one of the popular cards. It looked pretty good. It's a little bit left to right. The right border is a little skinnier than the left, and it kind of tilts right towards the top. And you can see that on the back as well. So it's not perfect centering, but it still has a shot for a 10. But there's a chance it's going to get a 9. The PSA 9 price on this is about $150 to $200, and the 10 is about $300 to $350. And I asked him how much, and he said $40, which was a steal for this card. It's a no-brainer. I'm gonna pay $10 to grade it, so I'm gonna be $50 all in. Even if it comes back a 9, I sell for $150. I triple my money. And my guess is when I get this back in 10 months from PSA, it's gonna be worth more than that. So, kind of a no-brainer. Another guy who was hanging out by my buddy Brett had a bunch of Pokemon cards, and I was looking at a lot of the ones he had on the table. He had some pretty nice cards on the table. Most of them were like in light play condition, moderate play condition. And there was another guy going through his box, so I just waited. And I went back towards the end of the show, and I flipped through the box, and this is from the black and white eras. I'm not sure which set it's from. It's from 2011, and these didn't have the same kind of like texture on the surface. It has kind of this weird bubbly type texture to it, but it looked really good. I know these black and white cards are very tough to grade. I've graded a bunch of them. I've personally graded some 10s. I've graded some 9s. This looks like a surefire PSA 9. I checked on it. It's not a super high dollar card. The 10 I think was like $200. I'm not sure what the 9 would go for. This card was just basically going into my PC because I don't have a lot of full arts from this era. It might have just a tiny little spots of white, but overall it just looks really clean. The surface looked perfect. He had it in like this little case. I'll show you the case. He had it in this little case. It had $10 on it. You can see the case is all scratched up. So I basically just pried it open, looked at the card, and was like, yeah, this looks really good. He had 10 on it, but I offered him $5, and he took the deal. So I went ahead and snagged it. Hectic, what's going on? It's Randolph, what's going on? Finally bought your first edition Charizard PSA 4 for $300. Holy crap. Oh, your first Charizard. Okay, I thought you meant first edition. I was like, no way, you got a first edition for $300. But yeah, good buy there. It's probably an unlimited base set, I'm guessing. Next card, I got this Carmelo Anthony. I've been picking up a few Carmelo Anthonys. I think he's undervalued. He's probably going into the Hall of Fame. He's still playing. He's one of the OGs from 2003, same year as LeBron. I know just from grading the LeBron, this gold card is very tough to grade. This is the Bowman Gold. You can see there 2003 4 Bowman Gold, number 140 Carmelo Anthony. 8.5, which doesn't seem like a great grade, but specifically for this card, that it actually is a really good grade. And I'll show you why on the back of the card. On these blue borders, you can see that white chipping / kind of like frizziness on the edge, which is why these cards are so tough to grade. Somehow I got a 9 on my LeBron, and that card is like $6,000, but I feel like that card's like a $20,000 card. I'm not selling it. But I almost picked one of these up raw. They were like 15, 20, 25 bucks. And this guy had it in the case. I didn't know. I just figured I'd ask, like, how much are you asking for this? You can see the 4 8.5 subgrades. It's kind of odd. But I was thinking if I could get it for like 40 or 50, and I figured he was looking up eBay comps and stuff like that, and he wasn't finding anything. I'm like, yeah, these are like, you don't see them a lot and whatnot, especially graded. And I think he saw the raw price was like $15 or something, maybe 20 in that range. And he was like, well, you're gonna, you pay to grade it, blah blah blah, because he's thinking 8.5, like, that's not that great of a grade. Like, I'll just sell it to you, like, whatever it goes for, plus like the grading fee. So he told me a price of $30, and I couldn't throw the money at him fast enough. I didn't really know exactly what the value on this was, but like I said, I know that it's just a tough graded card, and an 8.5 on this card is actually really good. Um, Prices on it are kind of all over the place. I looked on eBay. There was what looks to be a 7.5, a BGS 7.5 that sold for $80. The same card sold a few months ago for like 15 bucks. So it looks like a guy bought it and he put it up for buy it now, and somebody else snagged it up off of him because he got it for so darn cheap, which was a smart move on his part. PSA 9 sold for, it looked like one sold for 100. It also looked like one sold for 400. And then same with like the PSA 8. It's really hard to put a price tag on this. I'll just kind of start it out a little bit high and kind of work my way down. If I get 100 bucks for it, I'm gonna be pretty stoked. Like I said, I paid $30 for it. I mean, it was a steal. It's a tough card to grade. It's a nice card. Not really gonna put it in my PC just because it's Beckett, and I don't really collect Beckett cards. Chad's in the house. What's going on? Card collector. Alex Weber. What's going on? Recommend bringing to a card show. Yeah, it depends on what you're gonna spend. I brought a lot of money, but I didn't spend it all. I only spent a few $100, I think. The same guy that I got those baseball cards from, I went back around, and like I said, the show kind of like died off towards the end. So I went back there right before I left, and I spotted this 69 Hank Aaron Topps card. He, of course, just passed away, so his cards started to spike up. He had $80 on it, book value, and $30 was his price, which was pretty good price. It is off-centered. What I liked about it was the fact that the corners were pretty sharp. I mean, they're not perfect. They're in like that 6 to 7 range. And look at the back here. It's got that pink back. I just wanted it for the PC. I need to get some cards from this era to like grade them and kind of see. Little white dot right there. I mean, it's not bad overall. It's got, some pretty good amount of stats on there. I did notice, like, looking at it under the light, it's got kind of like some rippling going on. I can't really catch it on camera. It's like you can barely see it. It's kind of some surface. I don't know. If it gets even a 4 or 5, it's gonna be good for, I paid $30 for it, so I tried to get him down, but he was firm on it, and I could understand that because, like I said, Hank Aaron just passed away. His prices are, going up, and this guy like wasn't upping his prices on stuff. He was just leaving the prices where they were. So there was a lot of deals to be had. He had some other Hank Aaron's. He had some other good cards, but most of them had really soft corners, and they were in the like that PSA 2 range, maybe 3, and I really want to shoot for like the 5-ish. So pretty stoked on that one. That was really the only vintage card that I bought raw, and there was a lot of stuff there. But like I said, I felt like it was I felt that it was picked over. That people picked a lot of stuff over, and it was just stuff that they like kept bringing back to the card show. Next one, my buddy Brett was at the show. He was doing pretty good there. He told me about somebody that was selling, that he usually finds good stuff. So I was just looking for stuff where I could just buy it raw, send it to COMC, sell the cards on there, and make a quick buck. I'm not looking to like grade this stuff. This is all stuff that even if you do grade it, you're looking at like 10 months to get the cards back. So for me, that's not even worth it. I'd rather just buy it, sell it, get rid of it, get the money back, put it in something else. So I spotted this Luka Doncic. This is the Silver Prism. It's a second-year card. It had $5 on it. I was like, that's got to be more than $5. I looked it up, and it was around 20, I think. So I was like, I'm definitely getting that. On COMC, the cheapest one is $40. I think that's just because there's not a lot of them that have gotten onto COMC. But on eBay, it was going for 20 to 25. So worst case scenario, I sell it for like 20 to 25. I got $5 into it. And then I asked, how much for both of these. And they did $5 on the pair. So I basically got the Keldon Johnson for free. This pays to know the market. Keldon Johnson stuff has gotten hot this year. He's had some really good games. This is about $6.50 on COMC. So worst case, I'm looking at $25, $30 on a $5 investment. So there's stuff like this at these card shows, and the more knowledge you have and the more you can spot this stuff and work out deals with people, you can really, really get some good deals. Looks like the embossing imprints on Luka's far off. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I have no idea. Like I said, I'm not looking to grade these anyways. Yeah, it could be these lines are a little bit off. Who knows? Like I said, I sent it into COMC, sell it to somebody. It's going to fly off the shelf. And then the last 6 cards. I know I didn't get a ton of stuff at this card show. It was so hard to look at stuff. There were so many people. And some people I tried to deal with, and they were just like wanting like the market price for everything. They weren't like giving deals, especially on graded stuff. And it was just like, I'll just deal with somebody else. This guy is a friend of my Brett's, and he had a lot of this stuff sitting out. Once again, he knew, he like looked a lot of this stuff over for grading. So my idea wasn't to buy this stuff to grade it, but just send it into COMC and sell this stuff. This Rui is a Prism Flux, really nice card. It's a silver Prism Flux. Says Prism right on the back. I think it did have like a little, like, I don't know if that's a little scratch or manufacturer defect or whatever the heck that is, but I'm not grading it anyways. Looked on COMC, $33.50 on that one. The Zion Threads was the cheapest one. That's like $5.50. And then I got the Zion Essentials, the John Morant Essentials. That's like $10. The Jaw's like $6.50. And then these XRs, they're like $10.50 a piece. So a grand total on these, what I should be able to sell them for on COMC, is right around $76. And so I handed these to him. He knows who I am. He watches the channel or whatever. And he's friends with Brett. And he's like, I was like, $20 on these. I didn't really like look them all up and stuff like that. I just kind of was like, I know I can make money at $20. Basically $3.33 a piece. He said that's cool. So gave him $20. And after I sell these, I should make about $50. So really, really good deal. So like I said, there's stuff like that at these card shows. You really want to, if you really know your stuff and you can spot these cards, and especially if people don't have them priced out, and you can work out a deal and kind of get a number in your head. Because like I said, these are, $10 a piece on COMC, and I can just sell them like that. They're just easy. The Zions, the John Morants, stuff like that. Silvers, Silver Prism, Silver Luka. Like, it's just easy, no-brainer stuff. Then if you're wondering, this just came in the mail. I picked up a Tony Gwynn rookie PSA 8. This was like $40-something. The prices on this are moving up. So I went ahead and picked that up on eBay. It's got the old PSA holder. I just couldn't win these for under $50, and I finally got one. So that's going into the PC as well. Another deal I was trying to work out. Hold on one second, guys. Cards with me, and I was trying to do a trade for this optic pink John Morant. I have 3 of these. I've got one on eBay right now. I sold one for like $5.65. I figure after fees I got like maybe $4.90 for it. The guy was only pretty much willing to give me like $4.50 trade for it, and I was looking to get like $5.50. I mean, for worst case, like $500. Like I said, I can get like $5.65-ish for these on eBay, but then I have to pay fees and all that stuff. Shelly Barnhart, what's going on? How does COMC work? You just mail them? Yeah, you put them in a box. You tell them how many cards you're sending in, and then you tell them like how long to process the cards. It's very, very, very simple. Once they get the cards there, they take 3 weeks to take pictures of the cards, basically scans of the cards, and then you just go in and you price the card out, and you can check to see what all the available options are, so you can price yours accordingly. And then once they're priced out, they just sell. You can have offers turned on, you can turn them off, you can set your parameters and all that stuff. I think I'm at like 16 grand so far on COMC, and I started in May with like 1 box of cards. So what's that, 9 months on COMC. So yeah, I'll be well over 20,000 for my first year on there. And it's just selling the stuff that, like this stuff, the stuff that's not gradable, the stuff that you can just easily move. But anyways, I was trying to work out the trade, and the trade was He had Cal Ripken Jr.'s Topps traded rookie card, which is the 81 Topps. I have the 82, I think in a PSA 9, but it's like the 3 players on the card. The 81 is more sought after because it's Topps traded, it's first Topps card. He had an 8, he had a 9. I was looking at the 8, it looked pretty good. He wanted around 250 for it, which was pretty much market price. The prices jumped on those. And then he had Anthony Davis rookie cards, the past and present Anthony Davis rookie card and PSA 10. He actually had 4 of them. And I was trying to get one of those. So if I got one of those at the current market price of 150, and then the Cal Ripken, which was 250, that's $400. He was pretty much trying to get this card for like those 2 cards, and I was like, no way, What if you gave me 2 of the Anthony Davis? That's like $300, and then the other one is 250, so that's 550. And I'm putting the value of this at 550, and I realized he wanted to kind of make a deal on it, and he didn't really want to pay up for this card. So I was trying to give him some cash as well. We just couldn't work out a deal. He said to come back later, and I checked back a few times before I left, and he was like gone off doing something else. So I just kind of gave up on it. He just was very, very tough to deal with. I can easily move this on eBay. I mean, I got one for sale right now. It's just, I figured the Cal Ripken's going to go up in price. The prices are already moving on that stuff, and then the Anthony Davises are undervalued at $150 for a PSA 10 rookie. I mean, it's really undervalued right now. All that stuff kind of went down, and I mean, we've seen the LeBrons going up. It's only a matter of time before those go up. So yeah, that was basically it. I brought like a few other cards there, but I couldn't work out any trades or deals or anything. I almost had somebody buy my 2 Tatums. I thought he had cash and he was trying to PayPal me, and it sounded like he was going to overextend himself because he had already bought some cards there and stuff, and they were on the way out the door. So that deal just kind of go through, kind of fell through. But I'd rather somebody not like overextend themselves and buy a card from me or something. I was trying to see because he was trying to deal with the same guy that I was trying to deal with, so I kind of wanted to see as he was like moving out of that area, like, hey, what do you got? Like, are you trying to trade? Because trying to trade with the dealers and like that, it can be kind of a pain. But you get somebody there that's going around trying to deal with the with the vendors. There's some opportunity there. You know what I mean? So I guess my takeaway is, show up early, but it's gonna get packed at these card shows. It's crazy right now. Look at the $1, $2, $5 cards, and you can really find some really good cards. If you're doing what I'm doing and just sending them to COMC and just selling them off, you can definitely make some good money doing that. As far as grading the stuff, I mean, I don't want to wait 10 months for this stuff to get back. I'm getting kind of old of that. And like I said, this guy said he pretty much looked this stuff over, so I'm not going to send him off, just get like a 9 or something. And yeah, I got another card. This is going to have to go with the vintage. Anything from 71 or before, you have to send that off to PSA separately. So right now I've got a Rick Barry rookie card from 71 Topps. I paid $100 for. He's in the Hall of Fame basketball player. And then I got this Hank Aaron. So once I get some more cards, I'll have enough cards to send in via that method. I think you gotta have like 20 cards minimum. And then this one will probably just go up for sale. These ones will go to PSA. This will go into my PC. This one I'll either put up for sale for a crazy price or hold on to it. And that one will be going into the PC. So overall, I'm pretty happy. I didn't get like a crap ton of stuff. I could have easily spent like more money, but I was really trying to be conservative. I didn't want to just like spend a crap ton of money. Just get stuff that I just wasn't really excited about or didn't really feel like I was getting a really good deal. Like I said, this guy, his prices were just, I could tell that the prices were good, and when I checked them on Sports Card Investor, they were under market to the point where I was like, I just have to have these. This one's definitely for my PC, and this one I could easily just flip, double my money or whatever. So that's basically what I did. As far as guess the grade, I do PSA. I do PSA submission videos, but these cards are not going to come back till like next year. I mean, the backup at PSA is insane if you're doing this bulk stuff. if you're sending it in at a faster service, you're going to pay a lot more money to grade it. And I'm not going to do that unless they're, really high-end cards. This was the card show in Oak Creek, Wisconsin, basically a suburb of Milwaukee. So this was my first time going there. I guess I just didn't feel that I needed to go to card shows in the past because I just buy all my inventory on eBay, sell it all on eBay, sell it all on COMC, whatever. But there's definitely, as you can see from what I picked up, there's definitely some opportunities at these card shows. Depending on who you deal with, they can have some cards that are underpriced. You can work out some deals. If you have some cards that maybe you're gonna sell them, but you can trade them off, or you'll find somebody there that'll buy it for cash. And you can just find these really, really good deals on stuff like this. I mean, it's just really, really cool that, I'm sure I could have done way, way better there. But like I said, it was so, so packed in there. You just couldn't look at stuff, and it's like you start going through a box and looking at $1, $2, whatever cards, and you're not really seeing anything that's really popping out at you. I just didn't want to buy anything that I was really like unsure of, and I didn't want to keep pulling my phone out looking every card up or anything. So I think I did pretty good. I made, I would say I made at least $400 going to this card show. I mean, after it's all said and done, at least that's just kind of a bare minimum actual monetary gain from the company, which is not a lot of money or anything, but for a Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning, it was definitely. I got there at 9. I stayed till 1:30, so 4.5 hours there. I would say it was worth it. It's worth the experience. You get out, you meet some people, you talk cards, you find some good deals, and looking to go to some more shows. Super cold in Wisconsin right now. It's like 2 degrees out this morning, so hopefully it warms up soon because it's not fun going out and doing all this stuff when it's super, super cold. But appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you thought. I did not pick up any sealed product. I almost pulled the trigger on a Topps Series 1 box. It was a Series 1 Topps 2020 hobby box for $125, and I think they're at $145, $150 on the market. I almost pulled the trigger on it, but we've opened so much Topps Series 1. I've got Topps 2021 Series 1 coming to hobby boxes of that, which I picked up for like $120 a piece. So I'm going to be ripping that anyways. So there's really no point in opening any more 2020. I've opened enough of that stuff. I mean, you get the Bichette rookie card, Randy Arozarena, in his old jersey. Gavin Lux, all those guys. I mean, Series 1's pretty good, but it's just like I don't want to spend $125 just to pull a bunch of those guys that I got to send those off and they get them back in 10 months. So unless you pull like a gold variation of one of them or something, that would be pretty. That's what I'm hoping to pull on the 2021. I'm hoping to hit some good golds. I want to buy some golds, get those graded quick because once the MLB season starts and you get these guys performing, and if you got these cards and you're the only one with a graded card of one of these guys, I think they're going to be going for some good money. So that's my plan anyways. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. Not sure if we'll be back tomorrow. It's Sunday. There's nothing really going on. But hopefully this week we get something going. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments. How did I do? What can I do better next time? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.